Also, another thing that we haven't done an update on because we haven't done a show for so fucking long. You remember Bagel Boss? You remember?
Yeah, little boy, little man.
Chris Morgan. Well, I don't know if we talked about it on the show before, but basically at the end of last year, he had a complete meltdown. Now, if you don't know, right, I'll just give you all a recap. Was he a legal dwarf? I always forget. Was he a dwarf?
I don't know. I don't think he was a legal dwarf. I think he was like, he might have just been
Was
5
he-
foot on the nose.
Was
like
he an
Dr. Russi.
illegal dwarf? Is what you
He
said?
was like, he was riding away from the law, but Chris
Right.
Morgan, that's his
Yeah.
name, innit? Bagel Boss.
Yeah.
How
Are you
tall is
checking
he?
if he's got his dwarf license?
Yeah, I'm checking his license, but he's 5 foot tall on the nose. But see, how do I remember that? But that's mental, isn't it? Why is that a fact that I retain?
Of all the things you can store in your brain.
Why is that
like,
a fact I retain? Like,
Sam, do some quick maths.
why is that even got
can't
space?
bet.
But
How tall is Chris Morgan, legal dwarf? 5 foot anyway.
bang on the nose.
Yeah, bang on the nose. Like. 5 foot if he's a day. But anyway, so no, at 5 foot, you're actually not a dwarf. You are officially a manlet at that point, like, aren't you?
That's manlet to you.
Yeah, that's manlet territory. Too tall.
No,
to
I
be a
don't know. I
dwarf,
might be
like.
below manlet, but what's below manlet?
Well, there's nothing. I thought it went. Manlet, dwarf, midget. I thought that was how it worked. Like, I thought that was the.
I think Ewok
Isn't
comes
that-
in between, like.
Is it Ewok? No,
For the tall one, Warwick Davis played.
Yeah, but
big
Warwick
one.
Davis. Warwick Davis is a midget, isn't he?
Yeah, but he had an head on, so I give him an extra couple of inches.
Now I
Boosted
don't
him.
know. I don't know what Troy Verne or whatever his name was.
Oh, he was small, but
Because he was like 1 foot tall when he or something. He was like 1'5" or something. He was like,
Vern Troy, yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, he's dead now, of course. Sad.
51 centimeters, 2'8", but oof,
Yeah, that's
that's
you know what I
fucking-
mean.
He's got 2 licenses.
So that's what I'm saying. There's no Ewok ratio. There's no Ewok tier, is there? It goes manlet, dwarf, midget, and then I don't know, like sort of.
Well, according to this, but an Ewok is about 1
Super
meter
midget.
tall, so that's 19 centimeters bigger than Vern, but so, but that's an average Ewok, like. So a tall Ewok, let's say 1.3 meters.
I think it's also worth pointing out that one, Ewoks aren't human, and
Humans
two,
played them. Played by
they're not real.
Warwick
Yeah, but like
Davis is
they
real.
were all different sizes. Like, don't
Can't
you
believe
remember
you're trying to tell me
fucking?
Warwick Davis ain't real?
Don't you remember the Return of the Jedi? They were all different heights. Like some of the
Yeah.
Ewoks were kids, big kids.
Yeah, that's
like.
what I mean. Yeah, that's just because of the casting, though. I bet if they wanted it as they wanted it, they would have all been the same size. I assume.
It'd be CGI now, mate.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
that's one of the things no one really talks about. Like that dwarves can't get
like
jobs
the
now.
original fucking
in
Willy
movies
Wonka,
and
but
stuff.
original Willy Wonka had all different dwarves. The second one dwarf CGI'd in 6 million times, but so he fucking lapped up all the cash. He didn't get spread to the rest of the little people community. Robbery, but
Like
first
that
Willy
fucking-
Wonka must have been like a fucking steelworks opening in a Welsh town, but I bet everyone was landing.
Mate,
when
it's
they
like
heard
that
Willy Wonka was
Wyan
hiring.
Brothers movie, mate. It's like that the Wyan Brothers movie, Little Man. The act, it's like you're gonna be in a movie, and we're gonna CGI an actor's head onto you, and no one's gonna know who you are. Like,
I know, but
it's outrageous, isn't it, when you think about it?
it's probably the same one from Willy Wonka, but bet it's the same guy.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Bet he's running his own
Wouldn't know.
talent agency, but taking all good jobs for himself. Straight Warwick Davison.
But anyway, as long as we've established that Chris Morgan is a manlet and not a legal dwarf or an unlicensed dwarf or a midget or anything like that.
I think he's
Bang on the nose, 5 foot. Well, you see, he was losing his mind, right? So for those who don't know who he was a little dude who he was in a bagel store, and he was having an argument with some woman behind the counter. God knows why. I
think
can't
she
even
asked for
remember
his
what
dwarf
caused it.
license. He hasn't got.
Yeah,
it.
something
He's
like
a
that.
man.
And he said, like, oh, he was shouting about how women don't fucking want to date him because he's 5 foot. And then some guy said, listen, can you fucking dial it down? And he said, right. And they had a fight.
Hit me in.
Yeah, he had a fight. He charged a guy, and the rest is history. Now, because planet Earth is garbage and needs to be destroyed. He became a celebrity off the back of that. What we would just call a public freak out because he was 5 foot. Everyone went, look at that, look. And he became like an overnight sensation. But it had a massive dark turn because he ended up. So let me try and get this right. So first of all, there was all these profiles on him, and the media were doing interviews with him, and there was like profiles where he's like he lives in a van, so he's essentially homeless. They did an interview with him where he was going like, "Nah, what women are bitches," like mad misogynistic stuff, talking about how Tinder is a rigged game and all of this, like full actual incel chit chat. And then they thought he said that he got caught, he got arrested, didn't he, in a park?
Yeah, he started doing YouTube videos and podcasts, and there was like a guy who does YouTube. We started following around and associate with him. I think then they were like filming in a park, and a guy came up to him and wanted to fight him because of the video. Police arrested him. Then they started like organizing boxing matches with him. Remember?
Yeah, and that was it. There was like some shitty like MMA promotion, and basically they were all laughing at him, and he was taking it dead serious. And then he was meant to fight Screech from Saved by the Bell, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then didn't that fight get cancelled? And then he organised another fight, and then they cancelled that, and he recorded a video of him laughing, going, as if I'd ever fight anyone. You've all been played. Yeah. Anyway, that's where we're up to. We're gonna finish the story now.
Nice.
So it turned out while that was going on, the incel bagel boss Chris Morgan was also sending like harassing and abusive texts, sexual texts, to a webcam model called Sarah Russi, right? And I don't know why he was doing it, right? But he was just spamming her constantly. She said, right, that, oh,
that picture, man.
Yeah.
There's no nipples, we're fine. Fuck up. No TOS.
Yeah, not against TOS, right? But anyways, so apparently they met up because, I don't know, like, I guess people who want to go viral meet up with other people who want to go viral, and they were taping a podcast or something, and she, after the podcast, she said she would meet him again for a drink. So anyway, when I got there, Chris was treating it like a real date. I told him I have a boyfriend, but Chris kept saying you could do so much better. He kept telling me how famous he was.
That's you.
Right? I mean, he might have a point, but he's not the solution, is he?
Yeah.
You can do so much better. I'm 5 foot, mate.
Yeah, unless she's with like Beetlejuice, but
yeah.
I don't think you're that much of a step
I'm having a wedding. Having a good time.
Having a win.
But Chris kept saying you could do so much better. He kept telling me how famous he was and asked me, how does it feel finally meeting me in person? Chris then kept texting me, but I didn't respond. Then on Tuesday, he sent me this picture with his shirt off. I was like, what the hell? Does he really think I'll be turned on and text him back? He doesn't exactly look that sexy. While Morgan hung up the phone when called for comment, Russi added, his problem is he's got a lot to learn about women.
Mate, he called a champ in the email of him. How you doing in the rain today, champ? You go out there, you like Joey Diaz. You get your cock sucked today, motherfucker. You get out there. You put a cape on, you sling some dick. How you doing, champ?
Yeah, it's unreal, isn't it? But anyway, because of there were telltale signs there that maybe Bagel Boss Chris Morgan wasn't in a good place, was a bit mental, and obviously he got arrested. There was all this other stuff going on, and then he just fucking stroked out. Basically, he just literally stroked out.
Oh no!
Yeah, didn't you know?
No.
Oh shit!
He was just showing a picture
you.
of his little T-Rex arms.
Yeah. He had a fucking stroke, like. And this was the report in November. This is how far long ago it was since we've updated everyone on Bagel Boss Chris Morgan. So basically, he was, doing his thing, being angry, and he just had a stroke and got hospitalized. He didn't have the money. See, to pay for the bills. And he's got diabetes as well. He's got lots going on with him, and I think they did a GoFundMe page to help cover the cost. It's pretty tragic because I'll just show you the GoFundMe page. This is probably why you shouldn't start fights with people in the park. He needed to raise 10 grand to cover his medical costs. $1,400 a cost. $1,400. Not even close. So anyway, he was told he couldn't talk. He was in and out of consciousness, and it was looking very bad for him. It was touch and go, and as if someone in the chat's gone, "Did they come up short?" Fucking hell, Griffin. That's... Have a heart, sir. Have a heart. So things were looking bad, but anyway, the story has, I suppose, all things considered, a happy ending. He was able to get out. He was after a week. He was told he was on the mend, and it didn't look like there was going to be anything relating to the brain. The speech was coming back, but he still couldn't move the left side of his body. So I guess his boxing days were over. But anyway, he's out, and last thing that was reported, he was booked to be on Dr. Oz or something like that. So
lovely.
The incel's back out there, but we haven't heard anything since. Like, I've never seen anyone stroke out under the fucking power of their own celebrity before. So, but there you go, mate. So
yeah,
I think he's learned some valuable lessons.
I think he might be gone, but wait, nothing but in 6 months.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I think obviously he's
Maybe
probably rehabilitated himself.
Yeah,
my stepdad had a stroke, and let me tell you, there's a lot of even ones that don't fucking wipe you out or kill you or whatever. There's so much like physical rehabilitation you have to do. So
yeah,
he's just going to have to. So there you go. So we've updated you all on Bagel Boss. I know there was loads of you asking, what happened to Bagel Boss?
Well,
it was one of the most asked.
Look what you've done.
Yeah. Look what you've done.